going on, everybody? What is up? What is up? What is up? Happy Thursday. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And before we go any further, and I'm not talking to myself, y'all let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. If not, I'll turn the gains up. I don't want to go too loud to where I'm like screaming in your ear because I know it can be a little annoying. And I do this, some behind the scenes information from my dining room, so I know there's got to be a little bit of an echo. But what is everybody up to tonight? I hope everyone is having a fantastic night, and I am home. Yeah, I'm home. Got off the cruise ship on Monday, went back to work Monday. Horrible day at work, by the way. Horrible day at work. I should start taking off the day I get back, but I can't. I can't. I need to be able to book another cruise, so I have to continue to work. So let's get in that chat since everyone's saying they can hear me and say what's up. Y'all already know Scott McNeil's the first one in the house, followed by the boy Chuck Spencer, who I was on my 3-day cruise with. Coming in a third, Bruce and Cindy with Ocean to Ocean Travel. I hope y'all are having a great night out on the West Coast. Julie Thomas in the house, Cameron Hawkins, and y'all. That's it. We got 10 of y'all in here already. Nope. I lied. That is not it. See me traveling, Kurt and Marcia in the house. How can I miss the besties? I just skipped right over the besties. And Chuck says he's at work. Nothing new there. Chuck's got to pay for some cruises, y'all. So I am home. I did a 3-day. It left Friday, came back on Monday. We went to Bimini, and let me tell you, I really thought it wasn't going to be all that, but Bimini was actually a pretty cool spot. I did enjoy myself. Charles can contest to that. We had a pretty good time in Bimini, but the question tonight was my 3-day worth it? And honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't live in Florida or if you don't live close like Chuck, it is not worth it. Because I'm telling you right now, by the time you actually feel like you're getting ready to relax, it's out the window. I mean, every cruise is worth it, right? Don't get me wrong. I want to cruise as many times as I could possibly cruise. Every cruise is absolutely worth it. But by the time you get to the port on embarkation day, you really don't get that R&R like you usually do. Good night. Love you too.
See you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow.
In the morning.
Yep, in the morning.
Because I'm reading in the afternoon. I'm pretty cold.
Yep, go ahead. Go get some sleep. Little man coming out and saying goodnight. You got to love it, right? You got to love it. But by the time you get to the cruise port and you get on and you board on embarkation day and you do the few things, you're tired, especially if you're like Chuck. So Chuck lives about 5 hours, maybe 6 hours away from the port, right? So he has to get up early. Our embarkation time was 10:30 in the morning, so he left his house right around 4:30 in the morning. So by the time 8 o'clock rolls around, when we walk out of the steakhouse stuffed from the mashed potatoes and the steak and the lobster we had, we're ready to go to bed, right? So Friday, that was gone. Saturday, that was your sea day. Sunday was our port day, and then Monday we were right back in port. So it's not like we really have much time to relax. We did a lot of stuff. We went to the piano bar. Obviously, we tested the fates a little bit. We went and we gambled. But the one thing that really grinds my gears about a 3-day cruise is the fact on how much they charge you for parking. $73 for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. $70 per vehicle. Absolutely insane. It's so much cheaper with valet parking. You pull up, you give them your keys, they take your car, they park your car, you forget about it till you get off the ship. Absolutely insane the amount of money they charge for parking. $73. Now, I drove, Chuck drove. That's over $100 just for us too. So I think that's a little insane. I think they can work on that pricing a little bit. Now, granted, we did go out of Port Canaveral on the Liberty, so we were going out of the new Mardi Gras terminal. So Terminal 3, I think it is. So we were in the new parking garage and all of that. Embarkation was quick. You come in, you get up, you check in, you go through security, you let the drug-sniffing dogs come on by because, y'all, it's a reality. It's the world we live in now. Too many people have done what Carnival has not asked them to do, and they are now checking everyone before you even get into the x-ray machines. You're lined up against the wall, your bags are in front of you, and the drug-sniffing dogs are coming on by. And it's not until you get clear that you can go on and get your passport checked and your boarding pass stamped and all that stuff. But $73 to park in the port, it's the cost of cruising, right? If you want to cruise and you want to park at the port and make your life convenient and easy, they got the ear tag. You're gonna have to pay on there. But I don't even remember spending much more than that for a 7-day on the Mardi Gras. So $73 a piece, that's if you're coming with a party and you have multiple cars, they're definitely making a killing off of you. The drug sniffing dogs are a real thing. They are not just in the terminal at least on the Liberty. They weren't just in the terminal, they were on the ship as well. There was a K9 team walking around the ship. And then it's summertime. So what was the ship full of? Screaming kids. It wasn't bad until somebody came around and banged on our door at like 1:30 in the morning and scared Charles half to death. But it's part of it, right? 3-day cruises are typically your party cruises. They're typically your have fun, let it all hang out type of cruise. It's to be expected. It's summertime here in Florida. It's summertime around the whole United States. So a lot of families are taking those vacations. And unfortunately, not everybody can go on longer voyages. So they tend to do those 3 and 4 night voyages, absolutely jam-packed with kids. But it was still a great cruise nonetheless. Like it was still a great cruise nonetheless. Me and Chuck had a great time. You know, we did a piano bar, sang our little hearts out, and we had an absolute blast. Cameron says that's crazy for 3-day parking. It's absolutely a little bit on the high side for sure. I don't ever recall paying that much for 3-day parking. And Julia did cut into the gambling fund. Chuck was crying about the parking the whole time, and he's like, I can't push the button fast because they took me for $73 in parking. No, I'm just kidding. Chuck's a good guy, man. He was telling me to slow down, let my money stretch. So, but now for me, living in Florida, a 3-day is absolutely worth it. I'm 5 hours from my furthest port and I'm 45 minutes to my closest port. So a 3-day is worth it. Living close to the Florida-Georgia borderline, it's worth it. But if you have to take a flight to get here, or if you have to drive a day and a half to get here, I honestly do not believe a 3-day cruise is worth it. Now, if that's all you can do, then that's fine. And if you're okay with that, that's fine as well. I'm not one to tell you not to take a 3-day cruise. I'm just telling you personally, I wouldn't. If I still lived in Jersey, I would not come to Florida for a 3-day cruise. I just wouldn't do it. Not unless I was already here visiting family or something like that. So destination fun in the house. The cruising chicks in the house. I hope you are all having a fantastic night. I filmed some of the singing at the piano bar, and we enjoyed the piano bar. Chuck sang his heart out. He, serenaded me with some songs, and I serenaded him with some songs. It was a good time. We had a blast. The piano bar player was absolutely amazing. His name is Chris. He's going to be on the Booze Cruise, so if any of you are on the Booze Cruise with us in October, he will be there in the piano bar. I believe he gets off the same time as we do in November. So it'll be awesome to be on there and have him again as the piano bar player. He's phenomenal. He's got some great songs, and he's got some adult songs too. So I had him sing one of those to Chuck, and Chuck literally had tears coming out of his face the whole time. CA Cruiser in the house. Hey, Kathy, I hope you are having a great night. So that's it. My 3-day cruise. Was it worth it? To me, I don't know. I went to work on Monday as soon as I got off the ship, so it was kind of like a little sour lemon taste in my mouth. But other than that, it was a good cruise. It was a great cruise. The food was great. We did not do the MDR, not once. So I did check the menus to see if the new menus were out. Every night it was the same menu that I've had previously across the Carnival fleet. So I did not see no new menus yet. But we did the steakhouse. As always, Carnival did a fantastic job with the steakhouse. Filet was cooked perfect. Lobster was delicious. The only thing I wish was they didn't take my French onion soup and literally drop it into the bottom of an active volcano before they gave it to me, so I actually could have ate it. But after the lava cooled down and hardened, it was good to eat, and that was delicious as well. And the stuffed mushrooms, if you're a mushroom fan, oh, the stuffed mushrooms are phenomenal. They did tease us. They gave us, the chef's welcoming dish. It was a little miniature cheeseburger. You can't do that with a big guy like me. I need like a quarter pounder with cheese. This little mini cheeseburger thing was just like, all right, I got to go to Guy's Burgers after we leave the steakhouse. But it was good. Steakhouse was phenomenal. And on the short cruises and the long cruises, I don't know if you know this or not, but on the first day and the second day, I just thought it was the first day until they told me. But the first day and the second day, if you eat in the steakhouse, you get a complimentary bottle of wine. So we got some white wine. And that was pretty much it. We did the seafood shack. That was great. Chuck had his lobster roll. I had some buffalo shrimp. And that was phenomenal as well. Everything was good. The pizza was good. The only thing they needed to do was add a little bit more sauce. If we're being honest, Carnival, you need to put a little more sauce on that pizza. Other than that, everything was good. It was a good cruise. The room steward was great. The entertainment was great. The staff was friendly and helpful, and everyone had a smile on their face. So the room steward even made me laugh within a half hour of being in the room because me nor Chuck brought our fans. And the room was a little hot. So he's like, if you smile, I'll bring you a fan. And I told him, I said, you bring me that fan and I'll shoot you a big old smile. So they loved having a good time. They all made you laugh. It was awesome. Our room could not have been placed more perfect. Right outside the room was the elevator bank. And if we were on a longer cruise, right outside on the other side was the laundry room. So we could have did our own wash right there. So the placement of the room was absolutely perfect. The ship was great. It is an older ship. There is some signs of wear and tear, but I tell you right now, I absolutely fell in love with the Lido deck. Chuck will tell you the same thing. The Lido deck was phenomenal. It was 3 levels of a Lido, but it was that atrium style where it like concaved on down. So no matter where you sat for dive-in movies, you were going to have an awesome view of the dive-in movie. It was such a great ship. It was a fun ship. It was an awesome ship. And I hope it sticks around for a long time because I can't wait to get back on it. The Lido was, Chuck, the Lido was great. But the food was good. We didn't have no bad food. I was watching certain things I ate because I do live a ketogenic lifestyle. And I have not been living that lifestyle very clean over the last few months. So I made it a point to make sure I maintained that when we were gone. And I did very, very well with maintaining my diet and still enjoying my vacation and the food that I had when I was on vacation. So, but the one thing I did have that was awesome was like this chocolate mousse. Boy, let me tell you what, this chocolate mousse had like this granola in the bottom. Oh, that was good. It was like a Nutella. It was phenomenal. So when I go to the buffet, I'm definitely going to be looking for that. Scott's got the house to himself. Doug in the house. What's going on, Doug? I hope you're having a great night tonight. Scott has a quiet house. Yeah, Scott's got a quiet house. I wouldn't say it was too lucky, but Scott's got a quiet house. Destination Fun says, I like 3 days every once in a while if I'm low on PTO. And that's the thing. Like with me, I work for the government, right? So my place of employment is through a government agency. So when it comes to certain times of the year, I have days off. So like holidays, if they fall on a Monday, I'm going to be off that Monday and that Tuesday. So all I'd have to take off is that Saturday. So I really only have to take one day off to be able to get a 3 or 4 day in, depending on how it falls throughout the year. So especially around the holidays, I'll definitely take a look into those things, depending on, where it's going from, where it's leaving, things like that. But just that quick little trip it's well worth it, especially for someone like me who lives relatively close to a cruise port. So now that we're off the Liberty, let's talk about Bimini. Okay, Bimini is Virgin. Sorry, microphone. Anyway, Bimini is Virgin Voyages destination, right? So Virgin Voyages partnered with Resorts World and the island of Bimini to be able to finish the pier to bring their ships there. Well, during the pandemic, cruise lines reached out to cruise lines and some arrangements were made for other cruise lines and other cruise ships to call on Bimini as a port of call. From my idea of Bimini until I recently went, I literally thought it was you get off, you go to Resorts World, you drink, you have food, and that's about it. Now, if you book Virgin, that's all included with your cost of the Virgin cruise. Now, if you book a Carnival and you go to Bimini, you have to pay $60 per person to be able to go to Resorts World. Now, that's not bad. You're talking all-day beach pass, a beach club, drinks, alcohol, food, whatever. Not a bad price, right? So when you get to Bimini, nice brand new dock. The pier is absolutely phenomenal. The views from the pier is phenomenal. And they have a complimentary shuttle that will take you on out to the main area where you can catch a cab, go downtown. You can walk around, go to Fisherman's Village, or you can continue on to Resorts World. So me and Chuck decided we were going to catch a cab. So we hopped in the cab with this guy, Lamont, fantastic cab driver. So fantastic, I got his phone number, and he was like, when you're ready to go back, just text me, and I'll come pick you up. And that's exactly what he did. So we get there, we get off, we get the cab, we head on downtown. Get out, walk around the straw market for a little bit, and we ask, like, hey, where can we get some local food? Lady's like, right up the hill. Up the hill, there's a beach, ton of food up there. So we go up there, get up the hill, a couple restaurants. Me and Chuck are like, man, that barbecue smells really good. Like, you can smell the barbecue. You can smell this guy grilling out there. And we found him in the middle of this field. Abandoned houses all over the place. Things falling down. And then there's this guy with these 2 charcoal grills in the middle of a field. My man had a sign with everything he had to offer, coolers with everything in it. It's called Bernie's. I have a video coming out very soon, and you'll see all the food that we got from this guy. But the food was priced where it should be if you went to a restaurant, but the food was phenomenal. You cannot get any more local than that. My man popped up grills in the middle of a field and was cooking. We had shrimp, we had pork chops, we had chicken wings, we had baked potatoes with corn on the cob. Phenomenal food. For 3 platters, which we split, cost us $53, I think it was, total. Absolutely phenomenal. The pork chop alone is making me salivate to where I got to book another 3-day that goes to Bimini just so I can go get this pork chop from Bernie's. You'll see the video is going to be coming out this week. It's just a real quick little video, probably about 10, 15 minutes, but it's the whole 3-day in one. I just made one long vlog of the whole 3-day because we only have one port stop. So Bimini was a great place to go. Really not much. But if you're a person like me that likes to just go out and explore and see the local vibe and feel the local vibe, it's perfect for a quick 6-hour day. Phenomenal day. Enjoyed it. Text Lamont when we were done, and he comes pulling up as soon as the text message sends, hey, brother, you ready to go back? I said, yeah, we ready. He said, all right, hop on in. And the man had the coldest air conditioner on the whole island. Like, there was nobody on that island that had air conditioner colder than this guy. So it was great. We get back to the ship. We enjoy the day. We set up on the aft end of the ship on the Lido deck in hopes to catch some pier runners because the way their pier is set up, it is perfect to catch some pier runners, but we did not catch pier runner at all. I was a little disappointed. Everybody made it back to the ship. We didn't leave nobody behind. So we set sail for Florida. And we were told to get off the boat because we didn't pay for anything but a 3-day. But, you know, I had one more task to complete, and I completed it that night. It was to get the cruise director's name tag. Without hesitation, Adam looked me in the face and said, here you go, and handed me his name tag. So now I got another cruise director's name tag. But that was it. That was our 3-day. We got off Monday morning, bright and early. I headed to work. Chuck headed to Buc-ee's. I thought they got, and then it worked. I didn't get home until 9 o'clock that night on Monday. So it was great. The 3-day was perfect. Little trip for me and Chuck. We had some bro time. It was awesome. We enjoyed ourselves. Had a few good laughs. Had a couple nice drinks. I'm telling you right now, best part of that whole trip was Bimini and getting that food from Bernie's. That was phenomenal. And the piano bar was absolutely awesome. So does anybody have any 3 days coming up before I move on to the next topic? The next topic's going to be the boats and bros. No, it's not. It's not going to be that. It's going to be the booze cruise. I want to talk about the booze cruise for a minute because I want to get some Halloween costume ideas. I have 2 in mind. I'm really stuck on the one, but I want to see if anyone has other opinions out there that might be funny and fun. Now, keep in mind, I'm flying to New Orleans, so I have to make it all fit into a suitcase, so I can't go too crazy because I'm not driving. But I want to know if anybody has 3 days coming up, and if so, where do they go? Because I'm telling you, if you go to Bimini, you got to go see Bernie and get some pork chops. It was way more food than we needed, but it was absolutely delicious. The AC in his van was absolutely great. The best drinks. So I don't know if y'all know this or not, but I'm a big fan of the Alchemy bar. So who isn't, right? Alchemy has my favorite sidecar. The sidecar from Alchemy is awesome. But there's also this drink in the piano bar. It's called the Standing O. It's like a martini. The best. The best 2 drinks you can get on ship. And the one night Chuck was like, man, another one of those sidecars, bro. I'm going to have to put you in a sidecar to get you back to the room because, you know, them alchemists, man, they make a mean drink. Scott, I'm not going to lie, it was better than the German chocolate cake. It was absolutely better than the German chocolate cake. Doug doesn't have anything booked until October on the celebration for a back-to-back. Robin in the house. What's going on, Robin? No, there is a live tonight. I didn't go the last 2 Thursdays, but I'm back on schedule as of this week, and I will be here next week. Same bad channel, same bad place, as Marcia says or Kurt says. One of them say it. I've heard them say it before. But let me tell you something. If you want to start your day, that's where you want to start your day. You get some good laughs in early in the morning over at See Me Traveling. That's a great channel to check. Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. And it's fun. It's fun to watch her and pick on each other. And then you see them hand like under the table. So right now, my next cruise is next month, 27 days and counting. I have a 7-night Alaskan voyage on the Carnival Luminosa. So once I get home from that, I have nothing till October. So when we have this conversation next month, we can all say I have nothing till October. Because that's it. I have Alaska, then I have the booze cruise in October, and then I have the Jubilee in December. So that's it. That's all I have on the books as of right now. Julie has nothing till October. Doug has nothing till October. Chuck has nothing till October. And I believe you are all on the Lolly to Loca group Halloween group cruise. The Uber cruisers in the house. Ian, what's going on, my brother? Late to the party. Hope all is well. Never late. Hope you are doing well. Hope your arm is healing well. Never late. But I will not be on the Lolly to Loca group cruise. I will be out of New Orleans on the Carnival Glory. Plus something special next year. Yeah, I can't announce what I have for next year. So we're just gonna say that's not on the books. But I can announce. Well, let's do this, right? So I have the Carnival Luminosa in July. October, I have the Glory. I was going to say Celebration. Look at that, man. Maybe I should change it. No, I'm not going to change it. I had the Glory out of New Orleans in October. I have the Jubilee over New Year's out of Galveston. And I have the, what is it? The Vista in February out of Port Canaveral. That is all I can announce currently at the moment. That's all that's on the books. If you go to my ship meet, that's all you're going to see. You're not going to see anything past February. And there's reasons behind it. But It's great. Trust me, it's going to be great. It is a secret that I'm holding from everybody. Chuck only knows because Chuck and Scott, they're my brothers from another mother's. So they are the only two that know what's going on for next year. So I have something very, very special planned for next year. And I can't announce anything else until it gets a little bit closer. But it's just, let's say it's going to be epic. It's going to be one of the most epic things ever that I've ever done. And it's going to be another knock your socks off type of thing. So it's going to be awesome. Stick around to the channel. There's going to be a lot coming in 2024. There's going to be a lot of things different. Let's just say there's going to be a lot of vlogs in 2024 that are going to shock you and hopefully take this to the next level. I can't wait to do what I'm going to do next year. And it's absolutely amazing. The planning that has gone into this, it's been continuous. It's not 100% set in stone, but it is like 99.9% set in stone. So it's definitely going to come, and more announcements about it will come as it gets closer to the time. Maybe around December when I'm on the Jubilee, I'll make some fun announcements. But for now, we'll just leave it at that. Ocean, I'll be on the Luminosa July 27th. I fly into Seattle on the 26th. Ian is asking when I'm coming to Australia. So stay tuned. No, Australia's not 2024. I do plan on doing Australia and Asia. I'm looking at like 2025, depending on a couple itineraries that are coming out in the very near future. And one that has already been released. I'm considering the MSC World America inaugural cruise in 2025. However, Carnival keeps getting me interested in Australia with all these offers they are sending me, and Asia with all the offers they are sending me. The only downfall is the airfare is absolutely insane from the States. So we'll see what happens. Never say never, right? So I'm not going to say I won't be there in the next 10 years. I'm not going to say I won't be there in the next 5 years, but I can guarantee you within the next 2 to 5 years, I will be in Australia and Asia. Offers for Carnival, from Carnival for Australia that work out to the cruise being free. The airfare, however, ouch, that is expensive, which is why I haven't booked anything else. Yeah, and I'm in the same boat. The airfare is absolutely insane. The good news is it is downhill from US to Australia. So, there's some things I'm looking at. As of right now, nothing in October, but would love to do Labor Day cruise from Charleston if I get an offer. But, you have October. You're on the Boost cruise in October, right? So you at least have that. I need to bring your blow-up wheelbarrow. Depending on where we're going and which one you're talking about, I can't bring a wheelbarrow internationally. Slinky Angle King in the house. What's going on, Slinky? I hope y'all are staying cool in Texas because it's like 100 degrees here, so I know it's got to be hot in Texas. So, but that's what's in the works. That's what I can announce as of right now. As it gets closer, we will announce more of next year. But all we're releasing right now, we're being like the airline, right? We're only going to release 6 months information at a time. So as of right now, we're only up to February of 2023. As it gets closer, I'll start making some more announcements. But right now, that is it. And I wanted to talk about the Glory because we are going to some pretty awesome stops that I haven't been to in a few years. And I want to get some ideas on things to do or what people are interested in seeing within those ports, right? So we have 2 straight sea days, and then we're at Mahogany Bay and then Grand Cayman. And then after Grand Cayman, let's see. Nope, that's my Alaska cruise. So we're not going to pull up Alaska. Doug, you might be able to book airfare 10 months out, but I'm not going to give you information 10 months out. I would love to be able to tell everybody what the plan is. Let's just say it's going to be an epic trip, and it's going to be, I don't want to say too much because if I say too much, it'll give it away. It's going to be an international trip, a very, very long international trip. Mike Clock in the house with Clock Family Adventures. What's going on, brother? So on the boats and listen to me, the boats and bros. On the booze cruise, we have 2 straight sea days, Montego Bay, Jamaica, Grand Cayman, Cozumel, and that is it. Then 1 more sea day, and then back to New Orleans. So 3 port stops. Cozumel's already figured out for the day. I'm going to Paradise Beach, but I have to figure out Grand Cayman, and I have to figure out Montego Bay. Now, typically Montego Bay, I usually do like Rick's Cafe or Margaritaville. Enjoy the day, have a few drinks, get some food, and that be that. Grand Cayman, the last time I was there, I got a little drunk and I got a tattoo, which is now covered up by Squirt from Finding Nemo. So I need to know what to do in Grand Cayman. I'm considering Stingray City, but I'm not 100% sure. And in Montego Bay, I'm not 100% sure on what I want to do yet either. But I want to get some ideas. What are some things you would like to see from those ports, or some things you would like to do if you were at those ports? So you can either leave them here in the chat, or you can drop them in on the Facebook group, and I'll consider everybody's stuff because, I already have Mexico figured out. Everybody already knows I'm going to Paradise Beach. Got me a cabana. I'm going to take me a nap in a cabana and eat some spicy beef tacos. So we are at Paradise Beach on November 3rd, Friday, November 3rd. And that's my buddy Joe's birthday. So we're going to have a blast. So Friday, November 3rd. So our cruises actually link up. Well, I don't know if they link up in port, but they leave the same time. So they leave Sunday the 29th, and they come back on November 5th, Sunday the 5th. So they both leave. We just leave out of different destinations. It'd be great if it linked up. I don't think it does, though. Let's see. They're going to think I'm booking another cruise, right? Just by trying to see if these link up. Ships. Celebration. October. Man, I got a great deal for that. Ooh, I got an awesome deal for that cruise. $100 balcony offer. So yeah, y'all hit Cozumel first, so it doesn't link up unless they flip-flop that itinerary. So that's a little downfall, but other than that, I mean, it's still a good itinerary. The reason I didn't book that is because I've taken that itinerary so many times. So many times. But I tell you right now, I got a great offer for it. I got $100 balcony, free drinks on us everywhere on board the ship for you and a companion. Reserve your cruise with a non-refundable deposit of $200 per person. Get $200 on board credit. And what's the rate code? The rate code is F4R. That's got to come with more. There's no way that's all they're giving me. Listen to me. I sound greedy right there for a second, right? But look, Chuck will tell you, Mikey gets them good offers, and Chuck gets some good offers too. So, but it's FR4 is the rate code. So it's free balcony, $200 onboard credit. Drinks on us included everywhere, and $1,000 in free play. So I could have booked that cruise and had $1,000 in casino with free drinks throughout the whole ship and $200 on board credit. So that's why I cruise Carnival so much. Everyone wants to know. There's the answer. That's the reason I cruise Carnival so much. And right now, for 2 people in a balcony, the total would be $494.40. So I mean, that's really not bad, especially on a ship that's not even a year old yet. Oh, that's a good offer. That is a good offer. But unfortunately, we don't link up. However, we can wave to each other. I'm pretty sure we'll be very close to each other amongst the high seas. So I definitely got some good offers. No, Chuck, a free balcony isn't enough. You already know this. Julie is just doing it for the people. And that's why I'm doing the booze cruise, right? So there's a lot of other creators that are going to be on the booze cruise that I haven't met yet. And there's a lot of other people that I look forward to meeting that I haven't met. So I'm definitely looking forward to the booze cruise. And the piano bar player that's there now, I'm so ready for it. Julie booked the Venezia repositioning December 24th. So excited. For 24, that might be, that's a whole over a year away. Maybe. That's coming from New York to Port Canaveral, right? Maybe, but that's 14 days. I don't know. That's 14 days. Yeah, Cameron's doing the birthday cruise. Cameron's doing the birthday cruise. He'll be on for his birthday. Man, it's tough because from like the second week of November to the end of December, it's very, very hard for me to get off of work. If y'all didn't buy so much stuff and ship so much stuff for the holiday season, I probably wouldn't have to worry about that. But that's our busy season at the post office, so it's very, very hard to get off that time of the year. Robin says Carnival is working on some interesting MDR menu changes. They absolutely are. So Emerald Lagasse, who is the father of the food with Carnival, let's just say that, right? The father of the food with Carnival. He is the food ambassador with Carnival. He helps create the menus. He helps create the items. They have reworked the menus and incorporated new items to the menus. But not only did they do that, they are increasing the portion sizes. So it's definitely going to be more on your plate with more opportunities to try new things. So that'll be something to consider. KW, just a dumb old boy from Texas. What's going on, Kenny? I hope y'all are having a fantastic night up there in the Panhandle. 25-day Singapore to Los Angeles, October 24. So 25 days. That'll be a nice trip. Let's see if I got an offer for that one. Carnival.com. On a cruise. Oh, and the reason we took this 3-day was so I could get platinum on the Carnival Luminosa next month, and I absolutely hit it. I'm only 4 days away, so I'll definitely be getting it. October of 24, he said. So, and it's sailing from Singapore. Let's go, Kenny. I can get the same offer, $100 in a balcony. $100 in a balcony. Chief Culinary Officer. There you go, Chuck. You the man. You came in clutch. I just call him the food godfather. With a little bam. Puts a little bam on it. But yeah, the Chief Culinary Officer. They are helping create new menus, and they're increasing portion sizes. So we didn't have no new menus on the Liberty yet. It was a 3-day. However, hopefully next month we'll have a little different. The one thing I'm looking forward to next month the most is to be able to try the no frills inclusive options they have on the Luminosa. So there's no Guy's Burgers, but there's a burger place. There's no Blue Iguana, but there's a taco and burrito place. So I can't wait to try those out. We're going to do like a comparison video, like my opinion from this to Guy's Burgers, and is it worth it or is it not worth it? Kind of like a one bite review type thing. Everybody knows the rules. One bite, everybody knows the rules. But yeah, October 12th to November 5th, Saturday to Tuesday, 2024. Singapore to Los Angeles, Long Beach, 25-day trans-Pacific. That would be pretty cool too. That gives me a lot of Asia itinerary. Singapore at sea, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam at sea, Kota, Malaysia, Malacca, Philippines, Guam, Hawaii, and then Los Angeles. Man, that's a lot. That's a nice itinerary. If I didn't have what I have planned for next year already, that would definitely be on the list. But who knows? Next year's plans could change. Nothing's set in stone, right? However, I don't think they're going to. I'm pretty excited about those plans. So y'all do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, slide on over and smack that button. Send out the live to whoever you want to send it out to. The itinerary sounds oddly familiar. I don't know. It's a good itinerary. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very good itinerary. And if I didn't have what I had planned, I definitely would have considered that. But I think what I have planned for next year, it happens earlier than October. And I think it'll be well worth it. Slinky says, LOL, oh my God, Mike, I think we have the same house alarm. I know that voice. Yeah, that's the voice. Anytime you open a door or a window, it'll tell you what door was open, what window was open, the garage, all that fun stuff. You know, you can never be too safe, right? Especially when you have little kids. So. No, one-way airfare would not be cheap to Singapore, Doug. And I don't know if I could just fly directly to Singapore. I think I would have to take a couple days in Japan or in Hong Kong. I can't just that's a tough itinerary for me because it's 25 days, yes, but majority of that cruise is at sea. So I look at that as a little downfall. It's really not. I enjoy sea days, don't get me wrong, but I absolutely love Asia. I love the Asian culture. And it's just one of those places where I can go and stay for a month or 2 months or 3 months and not get tired. Asian cuisine is my absolute favorite. So I know wholeheartedly I can't just fly there, get on a cruise and leave. I'd have to be there for at least a week or in Japan for a week prior. I have this big like fantasy of staying in a capsule hotel for like a week and just living in like one of those little capsules for like 20 yen a night. So it's definitely something I have to plan. I can't just book that and go and be like, yeah, this will work. Like I have to take a lot of time there. And to be in Japan when it's wintertime and everything's covered with snow, like that to me is awesome. Busan, South Korea, everything covered in snow would be another epic trip for me. I really don't want snow unless it's in Asia, but we'll see. Ian said, just remember it is winter now in the Southern Hemisphere. The best time to cruise in Australia is October to April. School holidays are around the 15th December to the 30th of January. I'll keep that in mind. I kind of want to do what Tony did. I kind of want to go over there for New Year's and like have the best of both worlds, right? Because you're hitting before everybody else. So yeah, Doug, some of the capsule hotels are cheaper than getting a cup of coffee. And it's insane. Like there's so much stuff that comes with these capsule hotels. If you don't know what a capsule hotel is, it's literally the easiest way to describe it is like a 4 foot tall by 8 foot long room, right? So it's literally just big enough for you to lay down and sleep in. Some people refer to them as coffin hotels because it's really no much bigger than a coffin, but it's everything you need, right? They store your luggage, they store your belongings. You take some things in the capsule with you, and then you just climb up into your capsule, you close your curtain, and you just go to sleep. And it's like anywhere between 1 to 25 yen, depending on the capsule hotel. You can find higher end capsule hotels. But if you're just looking for a quick, nice place and fast place to stay, it's well worth it. And there's so much room, Slinky. Like, don't think because we're fluffy it wouldn't work for us. It would absolutely work for us. There's plenty of room. But the downfall is like if you're traveling with people, you each get your own capsule. So you all have your own individual capsule. So if you're traveling with your loved ones or whatever, then obviously you're not going to stay at a capsule hotel. But for me, majority of my travel will be with another buddy. So Scott can get his own capsule. Chuck can get his own capsule. Cameron can get his own capsule. We're not snuggling up in there, right? We all have our own beds in the cruise cabin, so we can all have our own capsule. I do have a little bit of a fear of claustrophobia. I think saran wrap's going to come out the container and just magically wrap around my face. I'm weird. It happens. So I don't know how well I will do with it, but it's there. Like, I want to do it. I want to stay in a capsule hotel. I want to go and be as frugal as possible for the whole 2 weeks. And just live off of Japanese street food or vending machine food, and then, capsule hotels. Do they have connected doors? They might, Scott. You might be able to find a capsule hotel where you can slide the curtain and have a conversation with each other. Chuck, after you jumped out of that bed on Friday night, I don't think we could ever snuggle. Slinky slept in an RV bunk bed. She knows she could do it. Yes. A capsule hotel is like great. Like, I've watched so many videos of capsule hotels. You get a shower, you get a bathroom, you get luggage storage, you get your own private capsule. And it's not, Scott, it's not like hanging in a hammock. It's literally a mattress. So some of them have TVs, some of them have, upgraded amenities. It's not like going to be Gilligan's Island, bro, where we're going to be hanging above each other and below each other. It's nice. Check it out. There's tons of videos all throughout YouTube of capsule hotels. They're getting to be a lot bigger, more and more around Asia, but there are a few here in the U.S. that you can use. I know they have them some of them in Mexico. But a lot of airports are starting to implement them. So if you go to like international airports and you see like these little pod things, it's kind of like a capsule hotel, but it's literally just a pod. It's big enough for you to sleep in, gets you dark, makes it dark, and you can go to sleep. So it's definitely something to check out. Kurt says they have those in Cancun too. Yeah, see, even in Mexico. So a lot of other countries are starting to implement it, but it originated in Japan because Japan is one of the most busiest countries, right? So like Tokyo, if you go to vacation in Tokyo, it is absolutely packed in Tokyo all day long. All day long. Packed. So to stay in Tokyo in a regular hotel, which isn't relatively big unless you're going to spend hundreds to thousands of dollars, majority of your hotel rooms are relatively small. But if you're just trying to stay somewhere quickly for the night to get some sleep, boom, capsule hotel for the win. My dad in the house. Everyone gets their own capsule. You can get your own capsule, but you can't go that long on an airplane. So that's definitely in the looks. That's in the books. Don't know when, but it'll definitely be happening very, very, very near future. But I can't do Asia like I can a transatlantic, right? So like I can fly into London, spend a day or two, and then be gone. I can't do that with Asia. Like Asia and Greece are my two number one destinations. And just imagine laying on the beach in Santorini or Mykonos or eating some authentic loukoumades, some dumales, like some baklava. Like it's an absolute dream to be able to do that. So to be able to just fly there, get on a cruise ship and leave, I really can't bring myself to do that. I really can't. My dad said, "Hey Chuck, how are you?" "I'm doing good. Stuck working tonight, but I'm here for now." Yeah, until you get a call. Scott's feeling left out, Dad. You didn't ask him how he was doing. You just said, "Hey Scott." Yeah, my dad coming in clutch. That's the real support right there, right? When your parents watch what you do, now you got to watch what you say. So, Chuck, don't be talking about my dad like that again. No. My nose is itchy tonight. But it was great. The 3-day was awesome. I got to spend some time with Chuck. Unfortunately, we can't do it again because, Chuck, he cannot take any more days off because of what's coming up next year. So he needs to be able to bank as many days as possible. So there's your little secret. There's your little secret. Chuck will be with me next year when I do what I do. When what happens next year goes down, Chuck will be there. So, and not only will Chuck be there, but Scott will be there. That's why they know this was planned with them. So those two and me are linking up and doing something absolutely amazing next year, and they need as much time saved and put away for vacation as possible for that epic trip that's happening next year. Slinky, let's leave that one alone. Let's leave that one alone. Hey, KW, bro, I will send you the information if you want to come. Like it's gonna be epic, bro, but you're gonna need some time. Like you need at least 30 days. That's what we need. We need at least 30 days. So but I'll definitely send you the information, man. Shoot me a message and we'll make it happen. I'll get you, all the information on what's going on and all that. And we can make it happen. I know you're retired, but can you go away for 30 days? That's what I'm saying. You need to be able to go away for 30 days. I know you got some home renovation projects you're working on now with the house and all that. So, but yeah, I'll definitely get you the information, bro. And if you want to go, we can make it happen. We can make it happen, my brother. But y'all, if y'all don't know Kenny and me and Scott met Kenny on the transatlantic cruise in April on the Pride. It was awesome hanging out with him. He actually thought that me and Scott swung the opposite way because Scott would follow me and then I'd follow Scott. But we explained everything that was going on and all that, so he understood afterwards. So Doug says, well, if it isn't the Orient and Greece is high on your list, then I would think a transatlantic and a Mediterranean back-to-back. I don't know, Doug. What do you think? Slinky would love to do a world cruise. The ship has got to have good Wi-Fi so I can work on the ship. Well, I know these ships are going to have phenomenal Wi-Fi. So, listen. If y'all pay attention to Facebook, y'all know what's going on. Y'all just didn't see it yet. Y'all just did not see it yet. So pay attention to the Facebook page. If you are not on the Facebook page, in the top of my banner here on YouTube, there's a little link. Click on that. It'll take you right over to the Facebook group. Ask to join it. And me, Scott, or Chuck will accept you into the Facebook page. We post all different types of stuff over there. I allow everybody to post what they want to post. If you are a creator, I have a creator corner over there on the Facebook page where you can post your content, your milestones, and your accomplishments. If you just love cruising, we always have great conversations over there about cruising and involve the cruise community. We do make a cute couple, but I cheated on him last weekend with Chuck. Me and Chuck went to the Bahamas and we shared a pork chop together. And we gazed endlessly into each other's eyes about how delicious it was. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And when I go away in October, I'm going to be cheating on them with Kurt. Me and Kurt are going to share my cabana. I already told Kurt, come on over here and you share this cabana with me, and we'll share some spicy beef tacos. It's going to be fun. Listen, I love having my guy friends to cruise with, right? It's nice to be able to to go hang out with the boys and have a good time with the boys. Laugh, joke, and just be, in layman's terms, just be kids, right? Like just be childish. Make dumb jokes, make fun of each other. Like, I literally tripped over air, and me and Chuck laughed about it for a half hour. I can't trip over air and laugh about it with somebody else for a half hour. Like, my friends understand me. My boys understand me. I understand them. We laugh. We have a good time. And, it's going to continue to be that way. As long as we cruise together, it'll always be a great time. So, Yes, our souls touched. We did have a spiritual experience. I'm telling you, we, under common law, we're legally married now. It just happened. I said, "Do you want a pork chop?" He said, "I do." Next thing you know, we heard dun 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 dun. We heard the wedding bells and everything, and that was a wrap. That was a wrap. He literally ate around the bone, carved it out with his teeth, and slid it on my finger. Let me stop, because someone's going to take me being like joking as serious, and then going to spread rumors across YouTube land. So let's leave that one alone. It was a good trip. It was awesome. It was great. I did feel bad at first, and I told Chuck, I was like, I'm so not used to anybody else but Scott being here. Like I'm so used to cruising with Scott. Scott's always the plus one, right? Scott goes on every trip. So, you know, it felt a little weird at first, but after a while, the CPAP boys, we hooked ourselves up and we went to sleep. Him on his machine in his bed, me on my machine in my bed, and we slept like babies. And you know what? Scott was dishing me in the See Me Traveling live on Saturday about how I'm going to sleep all day. I was up at 7:30. I was up at 7:30 in the morning. Okay. Whenever I cruise with Scott, I don't get out of bed before 10 or 11. And I just don't know why. Maybe because Scott's a little more quiet. Who knows? It is what it is. But the CPAP boys had a good trip. Little 3-day. It was well worth it on the Liberty. And I can't wait to get on the Glory and just have a blast with everybody that's going on the Glory. If you are interested in the booze cruise, reach out to me or one of the other amazing travel agents that are helping everyone book that cruise. If you are already booked on it, final payment's coming up very, very soon in July. So make sure you get that done. And I will see you all there in October. And we're going to have a blast. So y'all better get ready. Viva CPAP. Yes, Slinky. Viva CPAP. Doug says, I have 6 weeks vacation next year and I haven't booked anything yet. And I'm hoping to join you on the Boats and Bros if I come back with cash from my back-to-back on the celebration. Yes, please do. Please do. He was up. Chuck was up at 5, but it was an early night. Yeah, I mean, we didn't stay up late any of the nights. We were in bed relatively early, but it's surprising that I was up before 8 a.m. on a cruise ship. That doesn't happen very often unless I have things to do. Is Joe going on the Boats and Bros? As of right now, I know he's supposed to, but I don't know. But Boats and Bros is open to anybody. I'm just not leaving it open to the dudes. Anybody is welcome to come on the Boats and Bros cruise. Just know that if I do anything, I gear it more towards men because for the last few years, it's literally been a guy's trip. We did Mexico the 1 year. Last year, we did the Margaritaville at Sea. This year, we did the 4-day on the Pride. And next year is going to be 6 on the Vista. So anyone is welcome to join, man, woman, female, whatever you identify as. You're more than welcome to come. No judgment. Everyone's there to have a good time. And it's just a group cruise and for all of us to have a good bonding and spiritual moment. Yeah, the mini CPAP Brotherhood. Well, that's the sad part, Slink, is I can't use my mini CPAP. I have to use my big machine until my insurance, decides they're going to continue to pay for my machine. So at the moment, I'm still traveling with my big ResMed, but the mini will be making its appearance here in the very near future because I'm compliant, so there should be no reason they stop me from using it. But y'all, the time has come where I say goodbye. I bid you adieu, and I will see you next Thursday. Same channel, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern, where y'all can come hang out with the Nauti Man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all for hanging out for the hour. All y'all came in clutch, and I will see y'all next week. Until next time, y'all already know what to do. Book a cruise to Bimini and get yourself pork chops. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.